So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pilates and Barre. My name is Ellen. Today we're going to have a really nice 45-minute, very active class. So I want you to make sure you have a few props that are maybe easy accessible in your house right now. Number one, a chair. If you're in a room that doesn't have a chair, you can use a kitchen counter. You can even put your hand against the wall, as long as it's sturdy. I have a Pilates ball. Not everybody owns these, so I always tell people to grab a little pillow, something they can hold in between their hands, and something we can put underneath our tailbone when we go down to the floor. So some sort of a pillow or even a rolled up towel. I'm using very light weights. These are 3-pound weights. You can grab some canned tomatoes or vegetables from your kitchen, anything you want to hold at all, and you do not have to hold anything in your hands at all. This is a class that can use props or not use props. And last but not least, I just grabbed a couple of paper plates. Again, if you don't have these right now, don't worry about it, but these are the props that I'll be using for today's class. All right, so I'd like us to start off by just having a basic warm-up. We're going to start by rolling our shoulders up towards our ears and down behind our back. Inhale and exhale. I want you to notice from the side that you want to make sure your back is not arched, your tailbone is directly behind you, and your shoulders are slightly back and into your upper back where they belong. Call those our scapula. Let's reverse it. Inhale and exhale. Breathe through your nose and exhale out of a partially open mouth. 2 more. So if you're just waking up and joining me right now, again, good morning, and let's just try to loosen up our upper body. Lifting our arm up and out to the side. Inhale, exhale. Other arm, inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. And last time, inhale and exhale. We're going to separate our feet a little bit, about hip width apart. Slight bend in the knees. And now what I want us to do is sink back into a little bit of a squat. So seeing this from the front view, you can see that my knees are not going forward over my toes. If you were to look down, you should be able to see your entire foot and your toes. You want to feel the weight distributed onto your heels. I'm going to show you from a side view. So we're just taking our tailbone and our buttocks, and we're reaching back behind us. Pretend you're going to sit on a little chair that's directly behind you. If this is uncomfortable for your lower back, please support your back and keep your hands onto your thighs. Okay? We'll do a couple more. Just warming up the quads and the glutes. Make sure you're exhaling. You should be looking straight ahead so your neck is aligned with your spine. Let's do one more. All right, and shake out the legs just a little bit. Now to add on to those squats, we're going to start to add a little bit of a balance. So coming out of the squat, I'm going to lift up my knee, redistribute my weight on my opposite foot, and then touch the floor. And exhale, squat, and lift up your other knee. Just balance for a second. And we'll repeat these a few more times. Again, you can keep your hands on your thighs if you need a little extra support. Now, I want to point out that if this is something you haven't done in a while and your balance might be a little shaky, why not have that chair close by? So as you squat, you can just hang on to that chair for your balance, okay? I want you to understand that all of these exercises can be done very easily without fear of getting any injuries at all. We don't want anybody falling over. 4 more. Are we breathing, everybody? 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice work, guys. Just starting to warm up a little bit. I'm going to be taking this sweatshirt off in a couple minutes, just getting a little warmed up myself. So let's open our legs nice and wide. This is our grand squat position. In ballet, we call this a grand plie. Remember, barre is a combination of ballet, muscle conditioning, which includes Pilates, any kind of core work, and a lot of stretching and flexibility. Let's add some arms to this. Arms go out to the side, lateral lift. Make sure your arms are staying shoulder height. Couple more. Feel this in the glutes, so as you straighten your legs, you're squeezing those glutes. getting into these major muscles. 4 more. And 3. Now, after the last 2, I'm going to add that balance to you going out to the side. So it's going to look like this. Plie down and push up. Wide plie. And you're redistributing your weight to the other side of your body. So make sure you feel secure on that supporting leg. We don't want to have this happen. So your head is always over your shoulders, crown of your head is up towards the ceiling. In barre classes, just like in Pilates classes, we want to make sure our body alignment is really working for us. So that means a very lifted spine, always pressing your belly in, belly button towards your lower back. 4 more, please. Are you breathing, everybody? Shh. And reach. Again, the leg doesn't even have to go that high. It can just be a couple inches off of the floor. But if you've taken my classes in the past, you know I really appreciate a pointed toe. Last one. And walk the feet in. Let's shake it out. All right, I am starting to get warm. I hope you are. So let's continue. Before we add our light weights, I want to do a few more warm-up exercises for the lower part of our body. So we're going to go back to parallel feet, about hip width apart. Now this time I'm going to shift my weight over to one side and release my leg in front of me, pointing my toe and just slide it back to meet the other foot. And inhale, reach and slide it back. Reach and slide it back. Shh. Very nice, everybody. Shh. 4 more. Arms are just relaxed by your side. Fingers relaxed. Notice how I'm shifting my weight from one side of my body to the other. So we really focus on that a lot in barre classes. Balance. Now, what would happen if I add my little plie here, lift to straighten, plie again, lift to straighten, and brush that foot back in. So it's straight leg out, plie, lift to straighten, plie, lift to straighten, and in. I'm going to show you while hanging onto a chair. So it's straight leg, plie, lift, plie, lift, and in. Other side. Plie, lift, plie, lift, and in. Let's try that with turned out feet. So feet, toes go out to the corners of the room. We'll start with a plie. This is going to be a little harder. Brush your foot along the floor. I'm going to add my arms sideways, also for balance. We're going to lift and touch. Lift and bring it in. Let's start with a plie. Can you send your foot out into in this plie? And lift and touch and lift and slide it in. 2 more times. Plie. Lift, straight leg, plie. How are we doing, everybody? Keeping those legs nice and straight. Feeling this along the glutes, in the abs, definitely in the quads. Shh. All right, guys, nice work. Shake out those legs, shake out the arms. Let's do a big inhale over our head and exhale down. Hands just go over the crown of your head. Back is lifted, shoulders are down. Shh. 2 more. And I hope we are nicely warmed up. Upper body, lower body. Let's grab our weights. Again, you don't have to have weights. If you're not using weights, I would suggest you make a little fist as you work these muscles, biceps, whatever we're working, and then release with an open palm. So I'm going to start with my legs nice and wide in second position, knees bent. Elbows are right by my hip bones, right in front of me. And as I add my weights upward, I exhale. Shh. We all know what muscle we're working here, right? It's our bicep muscle. Now, of course, we're going to add the lower body with us. So I want to get into all the major muscle groups at the same time. So feel this in your glutes. As you straighten your legs, give those glutes a nice little squeeze. Exhale. Shh. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Inhale. And form is always very important, everybody. So make sure your shoulders are down and back. You have lots of room between your earlobe and your shoulders. Chest is lifted. And of course you're smiling because we are having fun. Working out at this hour of the morning is a nice way to start our day. 4 more. How are those abs feeling? Pushing the belly in. 2 more. Last one. Now I'm going to hold my arms out about 90 degrees here. Bend my knees, and as I pulse up and down, kind of getting those knees a little bit out to the side. Notice they're not going too much past my ankles, towards my toes. Easy pulses, just holding these weights, feeling this in the arms without actually moving the arms. 4 more. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Up and back, straight out. Up towards the shoulders without touching the shoulders, just a little bit towards them. Remember your exhale. 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 A few more. Really squeezing those glutes, holding those legs nice and still in this position. 2. Nice, everybody. Last one. Let's pulse arms and legs together for 8, 7. Stay with me here. 6, 5. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower the arms. Walk the feet in. Give those legs a nice shake. Maybe release the shoulders a little bit if you're feeling a little tension. All right. I'm going to get close to my chair for this one. I'm going to use one weight only. So the chair is here in case we want a little extra support for our balance. So I'm going to start out nice and wide again. When you look down, your heels should be on an even line with each other, so you know your hips are straight in front of you also. Okay, I'm going to start with my hand on the chair and holding the weight right underneath my chest. Elbow is bent. Starting with the arm part of this first, out and in, and reach and in. Exhale. Good. Tummy is pushed in. 4 more. Nice. 3, 2. Now this chair is going to help us for the next part of this exercise. 1. Plie and lift and reach towards the chair. Arm is out to the side and come back to center. Plie and push up on that supporting leg. So we did these exercises in our warm-up. We're repeating this now, adding a little extra resistance with the weight. Beautiful, everybody. Nice. 3. Careful with that shoulder. 2. Make sure your hip is staying in front of you. 1. We're going to hold the leg here. Bring the arm in. And we're just going to tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. 4 more of these. Stretch out. 3. If you want to let go of the chair, you can always go for that extra balance, but knowing your chair is there if you need it. All right, let's tap out. 8, 7, 6, 5. Can you tap without touching the floor? Can you try to let go of the chair? 4, both arms out. Oh boy, this is a little harder, a little more of a challenge. And we did it. Nice work, everybody. Shake out that leg. Now we're going to go to the other side. So what's nice about having a chair is we just move it to go to the other side. Easy, easy. All right, here we go. Legs nice and wide. And we'll start by just getting our legs in place, hanging onto the chair. All right, now we can start to add the arm. So these are just side lifts, lateral lifts. Again, you're holding something very light, or perhaps you're not holding a weight at all. So I want you to still be careful of how you place your hand. So we don't want to throw it out to the side. We place it. Nice, everybody. Couple more. Last one. All right, let's try for that balance. Ready? On your supporting leg towards the chair. And bend your knees and you come back to the floor. Good. So arm and leg are going out together. Remembering to push your belly in. Beautiful, everybody. Try it without the chair if you'd like. Couple more. Last one. Bring your arm in and we'll tap that leg to the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm out. 8. Hold the arm there. Nice. 7, 6, 5. Can you let go for the last 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work, everybody. Let's drop the weight. Release our shoulders. Shake out the hands. How's everybody feeling so far? Hoping you are having fun with me, because I certainly am. All right, I'm going to face my chair. Again, you could be at a countertop. You could even be at a wall. So when we're standing, again, I'm going to remind you to make sure your tailbone is directly under you so we're not arching our lower back. Chest is lifted. I'm going to turn my feet out into first position. I'm going to take my front leg, so it's my leg it's closest towards you, towards the screen. And I'm just going to extend it straight behind me. Foot comes a few inches off the floor, and then I slide it back in. And we'll do that again. So your hips are directly in front of you. You're looking straight ahead, unless, of course, you turn to look at the screen to see me. But once you understand what I'm doing, you should try to look straight ahead, okay? Couple more. So we are working our hamstrings, our glutes, trying not to bend our knee. Shoot that leg out as straight as you can. This is very good for your glutes, for your buttocks. Last 2. Other leg is nice and straight. Last 1. Now we're going to switch to the other leg. Straight out behind you. And again. So you can see me from the side. Feeling this in the glutes, everybody, in the gluteus maximus, right there in that large muscle. Getting a nice stretch through the hamstring. Again, if you point those toes, you'll feel that through your calf as well. Upper body is staying nice and aligned. Last 2. And last 1. And we'll plie. Lift our heels off of the floor. Come right up onto our toes. Now this is the fun part. You're going to add your arms up over the crown of your head and try to hold your balance. I'm just going to face you so you can see my shoulders are down. My hips are nice and even. I'm up on my toes. And again, if that's not comfortable for you, you can keep your heels on the floor and just do a beautiful stretch. It's really coming out of the hips and the ribs. And then exhale, release. Nice work, everybody. I'm going to reposition my chair and go back to my other side. Now, if you have a paper plate, it's going to make it a little easier to slide your foot. I don't know if you're on a floor surface or a carpet. I'm on my mat, which is a little sticky. So the paper plate is going to help me, I think. Nope, not really. Let's just see. All right.
Gliders. You want a glider?
Yeah, paper plates aren't working on the surface. Yeah, we're going to get some gliders. But you can also do this without a paper plate or a glider. This is the idea of what we're going to do. Okay. All right, thank you.
1, 2.
Got the glider. 1 is fine. All right. So again, you don't have to have a glider or plate as long as you're able to get your foot out and in without it catching on the surface. All right. So we're going to see how this works. And we glide. Beautiful. And in. And glide. And in. A little difficult. Glide. There we go. Let's try the other side. You know what? I'm just going to go without it. It's really fine. Because when I was practicing at home, I really was just using my foot. And it works fine. There we go. Shh. Again, it's a nice wooden floor is the best, but you have to make do with whatever your environment is. So not a worry. This is working. So as I slide my leg out to the side, I'm keeping my inside leg nice and bent and pulling inward using my glutes. Out and in. 2 more. Shh. Getting a lot of work on this supporting leg. Nice, everybody. Last one. Now, if you can, keep this inside leg in a bent position. Outside leg comes off the floor, and we're going to tap. 8, 7. Go for your balance. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you hold it here for 4? Yes, you can. 3. Nice work, Leslie. 2, 1, and shake it out. Nice work, guys. So now I'm going to do the opposite, still on the same leg. I'm going to lunge out to the side and drag that leg in. And lunge and drag it in. Lunge. Shh. So now the weight is on the outside leg. Pull it in. Nice work, guys. Shh. 4 more. Shh. And 3. Shh. And 2. Shh. And 1. And we're done with that side. All right, if you need to, flip your chair around, and we'll go to the other side. All right, get into our position, nice and tall, abs in, arm out. Plie, inside leg will stay with that plie, and outside leg is straight, and we pull it in, and push it out. So what's helping me right now stick to my mat is as my foot leaves the other foot, I'm lifting my heel and pushing my toe along the mat. Again, you want to be careful with this inside knee. It's turned out towards the chair. Don't let your knee come forward, okay? Couple more. Are we breathing? Abs in. Nice, everybody. Couple more. Shh. You're doing great. 2. Really feeling it on this inner leg and to that quad and glute. Now let's reverse it. Step out into a lunge and bring it in with a straight leg. And out. Put your weight on this leg and squeeze the glute as you come in. And lunge. Shh. If you can, try to keep that foot on the floor. Shh. Nice, everybody. Checking your balance here. Arms are out to the side. Couple more. Almost done. Shh. Last one. Shh. Arms down. Plie. Use your chair if you need your balance. Lift your heels right up on the toes. Get that nice stretch behind your knees. Think of coming out of the hip flexors, lifting through the chest, lift your sternum. When you're ready, go for your balance. Hands over the crown of your head. Chin is up a little bit. Breathe, everybody. Shoulders down. Perfect. Looking very nice, everybody. And relax. Okay, we did it, guys. Nice job. I'm going to get the chair out of the way. And I just want to go back to a couple more exercises with the weights, and then I'm going to take us down to the floor to finish up our class. So going back to what we did in the beginning of the class, when I had us in our parallel position, I remember we were doing these squats. So I'm going to show you from the side. Into the squat, I want to go back to a little upper body work now. So my weights are placed under my armpits, under my shoulders, and I'm sure you can guess the exercise we're going to do. Triceps, right? Exhale. Exhale, contract those triceps. Nice, everybody. Your chest is slightly forward, so you're not standing up perfectly straight. Of course, you're pushing your belly in. Exhale, please. Shh. Make sure your shoulders are as relaxed as possible, that you're not hunching them up towards your ears. And you always want to look straight ahead so the back of your neck is also relaxed, okay? Couple more. Really feel this in the glutes, in that squat. 2 more, please. Shh. And 1. Now I'm going to keep my arms behind me and rotate my palms so they're facing up towards the ceiling. And I'm going to do little pulses. 8, 7, 6. Just lift gently. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross my arms behind me and out. I'll show you from the back. Cross and out. Cross and out. Cross and out. From the front, cross and out. Good. 4 more. Be careful of those knees. 3. I'm going to take you out of the squat after 2 more, I promise. Last one. And, oh, that felt good, guys. Release the shoulders. Kick out those legs. Now, for the last exercise, I really like to get into obliques a lot, which we're going to be doing on the floor. So if we stand in our grand plie, elbows bent, weights right opposite our shoulders, I am going to reach to one side, bring my elbow down towards my hip, and this one just goes a little bit higher. So right now we're engaging out of our hips and into these oblique abdominals, and return to center. Inhale, exhale, other side. And inhale. Good. Exhale. Really feel this in those oblique abdominals. Push your belly in, please, so we get into the rectus abdominals as well. Nice, everybody. How does that feel? Really getting to that part of our core. Whenever we do an exercise with our arms up over our heart, we are putting a little more stress on our back and our heart. So again, if you're someone who does not want to put their hand over their head, you can just reach across your chest and add a gentle twist to the side. All right, you're still getting into those obliques without lifting your arms up over your head. Let's do 4 more. Here's your exhale. Beautiful. 2. And again, this is fine doing this exercise without any weights at all. You'll still be engaging those obliques. All right, guys, weights together or your hands together. Twist to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale. This is another great exercise to do when you are standing in your living room, watching your favorite TV show or movie, and you need to get off of that couch, all right? So I want you to stand up, still watching your favorite show, and add some of these oblique twists. Give me 8 more, please. I'm going to switch to my Pilates ball if you don't want to use your weights. And the ball is nice and soft, so we give it a squeeze. 4 more, or you could be squeezing your pillow. I have friends who use their favorite stuffed animals. So maybe go into your kids' room and get one of those stuffed animals that you have saved since they were little kids. All right, what happens if we push it out and we do a deep plie? Straighten the legs, reach. Reach forward, exhale now. Reach. Reach. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, exhale. It's a lot of standing today, everybody, because I know you've been doing too much sitting on those computers and texting and emailing friends. So we are going to go down to the floor after this next exercise, I promise. All right, now walk the feet in. Feet are parallel. I'm getting back into that famous squat we've been doing. What happens if the ball comes over my head and I rise up on my toes, little balance, and sink back into that squat? And up, inhale, exhale. Squeeze that ball. Inhale, exhale. Show you from the side. There's the squat, remember? Up on the toes. Reminder, shoulder check. Shoulders are not going up to your ears. Lift up through your spine. Beautiful, everybody. Can we do 4 more and then we are done? 3, 2, 1. I know you can hold this balance. Reach the ball out to the side, over your head. Change arms, over your head. Stay in those toes. You've got this. You've got this. Last time. And release. Whew. Nice work, ladies. Okay. I assume we're all ladies. If we have a gentleman out there, nice work. Men too. All right. Onto the floor. Crossing my feet. Always going down with grace. All right. You've got the ball, pillow, whatever, in your hands. We are going to round our back and slowly go down to the floor through each of your vertebrae until your shoulders and head touch the mat. Now, with my knees bent, drawing my heels in a little closer to my buttocks, I'm going to inhale, lift the ball over my head. Right now, shoulder check. Shoulders are down into the back, into the floor. Lower back check. No arching, please. Rest your lower spine into its natural curve. Maybe press a little bit deeper into the abs. Exhale, ball comes forward. We're going to peel our head and our shoulder blades off of the floor, looking straight ahead at the knees. And then inhale, release, and come back to the floor. All right, let's do 7 more of these. Exhale. And inhale, softly touch the floor. Exhale. So if anybody is having any difficulty bringing their chin forward, I want you to think about just peeling your head and the upper part of your spine gently off of the floor. Think of your forehead and your chin coming down a little bit towards your chest. And if you get those shoulder blades a little higher off of the floor, you will have less tension on your neck. Another modification I like to give to people in my classes is place one hand behind their head, and you can just have one hand reaching with the ball. Okay? 4 more. 3. Be careful not to arch that lower back, please. 2. 1. All right, now those were partial Pilates curls using the ball. What would happen if I straighten my legs, flex my feet, and try the same exercise? This time we're going to go deeply into our abdominals, push into your belly, peel off of the floor very, very carefully. Try to keep those heels on the floor. When you come to upright position, I'd like you to round your spine, reach that ball towards your toes, come up to a seated position, drop your shoulders. Now you're rounding your back. We call that a little C curve. Take your time. Let's try this again, and then I'm going to add another modification for those of you who are saying, Ellen, there's no way I'm coming up without my heels coming off of the floor. And that's very common if that happens. So we don't want this to happen, okay? So what I'm going to do is place the ball, again, pillow whatever you have under your tailbone. And I do hope you have something to put under your tailbone to support you, all right? If you don't, it's going to still work out the same for you, but it won't be as comfortable. So this is what it looks like. Knees bent. Now I'm leaning straight against this ball. Notice my back and my chest are nice and lifted. Now I can come forward off the ball. Exhale. Shh. Bend my knees and go back to the ball. Let's do a few more of these, everybody. Shh. Make sure you're pulling your tummy in as you come forward and as you go back against that ball. For those of you who would start this exercise with me without using the ball, you're coming straight from the floor, okay? 2 more. Shh. Beautiful work, everybody. Last one. Shh. And we'll just stay here and just kind of grab that big toe if you can. Drop your shoulders. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And sitting up, uncurling your spine. I'm going to face you. Let's just shake out those legs for a couple seconds. And let's continue with some reverse curls. So with knees bent, ball in front of us, we're just going to slowly round our back and just go down a little bit on the sit bones, on the tailbone. And then inhale, come up. Let's squeeze that ball. Shh. Inhale up. Shoulders down. Shh. How are you feeling, everybody? Abs are getting a very good workout today. 3, 2, shh. 1. I'm going to ask you to hold it here. Again, I'll show you from the side view. So you can see my lower back is just slightly rounded. I'm going to add those obliques because I do like working oblique abdominals. Again, you get into the obliques, you get into the center of your belly. So it's all good. Squeeze, exhale. Shh. 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 Now hang in there with me, everybody. Again, if it's uncomfortable on your tailbone, why not sit up a little taller, okay? The whole focus of this exercise is to really go from one side of your obliques to the other. Now, this time, I'm going to keep the ball to the side of my hip and lift up the corresponding leg into half of a tabletop. I'll reach forward and then over that leg, and forward and over. Squeeze, exhale, shh. 2 more, shh. Last one, shh. Let's switch legs. over the hip of that leg into the obliques. Shh. 2 more. We're only doing 4. Shh. Last one. Shh. Let's sit up for a minute. Well-deserved stretch. Reach forward. Inhale. Exhale. All right, my friends. Now, what I'd like to do is offer a challenge for you. I'd like you to try to go a little bit lower onto that tailbone area, rounding your back, not too low. Lift up one leg, and then try to lift up the other leg and hold them both in tabletop position. Ball is over your head. This is a challenge. Straighten out your legs and pull them in. Inhale, reach the ball, straighten those legs. Exhale in. Shh. And again, inhale. This is our challenge for the day. We could be doing this with a flat back on the floor, but I've chosen to keep us with a nice straight inclined spine, and that's it. Nice work, guys. Reach over. Last exercise with the ball for today. We're going to place it in between our thighs. We're slowly going to roll onto the floor, keeping our shoulders and our head on the floor. On the inhale, I'd like you to push your belly in, and let's go into a bridge. Now, we can lift up our shoulders, move them in closer towards our sides. Why not make a little fist and place it right under your tailbone? And let's squeeze that ball and exhale. Are you feeling this in your glutes and in your abdominals? Exhale. It's always good to know what you're doing an exercise for. So we're getting a nice stretch through our abs and pushing that belly in. We have 8 more and 7. Exhale. 6, 5, almost done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze against that ball very tightly. Release your hands, elbows on the floor, or challenge yourself, arms off the floor, fingertips to the ceiling. Little pelvic tilts up towards the ceiling. Hips and pelvis work together. Exhale. All right, this is it, everybody. 4 more. You're doing great. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release your spine. Articulate, please. Push towards the floor, belly towards the floor. Release the ball. Shake out those legs. Place the ball out of your way. Hug your knees in and roll side to side. Let's give our legs a really nice stretch, everybody. So, feet together, knees together, parallel or slightly turned out at your hips. We're going to open our legs and stretch them nice and wide. Exhale, bring your feet together and cross your ankles one over the other. And we'll try that again. Exhale. And exhale. Head and shoulders are on the floor to support your core. Try not to lift them, please. Couple more. Shh. Last one. Shh. With legs together and feet flexed, I'm going to place my hands right under my tailbone for a little extra support. And we'll lower for the count of 4. Inhale, tummy is pulled down towards your lower back. Exhale up for 2 counts. Get a nice stretch in the hamstrings, everybody. Legs as straight as you can keep them. Shh. 2 more, please. Make sure you are pressing your tailbone and your spine into the mat. You're imprinting, right? Last one. Shh. And we're going to finish with some beautiful hamstring stretches. So releasing my hands, separating my legs into a scissor. I'm going to reach towards that leg that's closest to my chest and then switch legs. I'm going to go for a little deeper stretch here and a little more abdominal work by lifting my head and shoulders slightly off of the floor. Shh. Feel that nice stretch in your hamstrings. Shh. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Legs together. Let's try coming up off of the floor with slightly bent knees. Push right up onto those sits bones, onto your tailbone. You can go for your balance here. This is our beautiful teaser. You can also go for a straight leg teaser if you're so inclined. It's a little more of a challenge. We can give it a try. And release. And let's come forward and stretch. Inhale. Exhale, everybody. Now, the next time we get together, I would love to add some forward planks. in side planks. So for today's class, we really focused a lot on our balance, on our body alignment, on our posture. Everything included our abs, whether we were standing, in squats, and plies, or on the floor. So hopefully your abs are feeling really strong, your entire core. And I'm just going to take you into a final stretch. So what I'd like to do is have both legs straight, taking our knee and lifting it up, heel on the side of the leg, opposite arm, just hug that knee in towards your center. Free arm rotates behind you. Place that hand on the floor. And let's sit up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale, feeling a beautiful stretch along the outer part of that hip and buttock. And release. Let's try the other side. Opposite foot comes across that leg. Opposite arm. And turn. Make sure you're really lifting up from the base of your spine. Try to get that back shoulder reaching behind you as much as you can. Sit up nice and tall, everybody. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And let that arm float in front of you. I'm going to finish with my legs crossed. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can certainly have your legs in any position that you choose. So, sitting up nice and tall, chest lifted, heart open. Inhale. Let's put our hands into prayer. Tilt our chin up slightly towards the ceiling. And back down to our heart. One more time, please. Inhale. And exhale. Let's turn to each direction over our shoulder, center, and other side. 2 more times. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. If you'd like to add a nice little forward head roll, that will feel really good for the back and the sides of the neck. And bring our head back to center. And thank you everybody for joining me today. I hope you had a wonderful workout. I worked up quite a bit of a sweat. I hope you did too. But what's more important is that you spent your time with me this morning. You're feeling a little less stressed and you're going to enjoy the rest of your day. So thank you very much until we meet again.